Go directly to the back side of this. Okay, here we are inside of, let me go up front. So this must be right now the back part. Let's hover and see the selector, card side, bank, the back, I mean, not bank, card side back. Okay, let's simply give a color which is gonna be white of all the text, but just for starting I'm gonna be giving color blue so that we can see text is transforming. You know, this is uppercase it and save it. Okay, now it's loading. I'm gonna be giving a background color of some Alice blue so that it becomes easier for me to see where it's actually going back. Okay, this is right here, and I can start making the position of the text become really where it should be. If you hover, you can see that we have these different positions right here. So let's simply change the position of all our main. This is back, main, all of this div, and I'm gonna be giving a position of absolute. Then the parent is gonna have a position relative. I'm gonna say that from top I want it to be some 50%, from the left also 50%, and I want it centered, so transform, translate minus 50% on the x and minus 50% on the y-axis. I'm gonna say it's gonna have a width of kind of 90%, and text align is gonna be centered. Let's see how this looks like. Okay, it's not updated. Very good. So let's start changing the font size of some elements. Here we have what's text, and we are going to increase the font size to 2.5 rem and have a margin bottom of 2 rem. Let's see how it looks like now. Let's save again, save. Okay, now we have inside of it, we're gonna format the price. The price is gonna have an increased font size. Let's say 4.4 rem. The font weight is gonna be 700, and we're gonna be giving a letter space of 0.2 rem. Let's save and see how this looks like right now. It didn't update, now it updated. Okay, very good. Let's give some margin to the bottom so that we can have a space with that bottom. So margin bottom of 8 rem. Save and see. Windows 3. Here we do have. Okay, basically this is done. What we are going to make right now is take this backside, put behind this one. What we have to do is to simply use absolute positioning. Yes. So let's go back, and what's gonna have the absolute position is gonna be our side, this one. So the position is gonna be absolute. I'm gonna say that I want to have it top 0 and left also 0. Let me save, and we know that the card at this time should have a relative position. So let's save right here. go and check how it looks right now. It seems like this is not updating. I don't know why. Okay, now it updated. Now I have this part is stacked right here, and that's not what I want. Okay, let's try to fix that, and let's simply come here to the side and put the back face visibility to be hidden, and this also needs to have a WebKit prefix. And let me save and save again, and reload. I mean, nothing changed. Okay, this will prevent me to see the back part when I can see the front part. And for that, what I have to do right now, just to see the front part, I must rotate the back part 180 degrees. How I can do this is simply coming here, because this is stacked. Let me go to the back part and use the transform property and say rotate Y some 180 degrees. Let's save and see how this behaves. Now I have this part. Very good. If you remove the backface visibility to from hidden, can you tell me what's gonna happen? I'm gonna see the back part, which is the one that I had right there. So make sure that you put the backface visibility, because you don't want to see what's on the back. And that's already rotated. So with that said, put it back and reload. Okay. Now we have to put the magic here happening. What is going to happen when we hover is simply the rotation. We simply come here and we are going to hover on the card side front. The card side back is this one, and the card side front is one of these. Let me find out. On the front part is this one. On the card side, we're gonna format simply the rotation for the front side. I think this is clear. We're gonna hover on the card and we are going to simply rotate negative 100 degrees on the front side. So coming here to the card itself, you can see the level of the glass. We're gonna apply a hover to what's on the side front, and using the transform, we're gonna rotate Y some negative 180 degrees. And what we're going to do with the back is rotate it to 0 degrees, because now it is rotated 180 degrees. I hope this makes sense for you. Let's go and check if this is happening. This is happening, okay? But we need to have some kind of transition right here happening, and let's add it. This transition must be right here on top on our card definition, where it is, because we are hovering on it. So transition for all the properties, let's take some 0.7 seconds. Save and see how this behaves. No, it's not behaving how it should, so let's wait, reload, and we still don't have that. The reason is because the site doesn't have transition. Let me save and do the same. Let me go to Windows 3. Okay, this should work at this stage. Okay, now it's working, but you can see that we don't have some kind of good perspective when it comes to the z-axis. Do you see the top here? So let's add some perspective right here. Perspective, you're gonna be giving a huge value for your perspective in the z-axis, I mean. And let's reload. Now you can see it's looking much nicer right now. And yes, we are pretty much done with this. This is the white button, and I don't know why I have this color blue. This is for the back. Very good. And the card also has the color blue. That's fine. Let me go to the button where I have it. The button, I want to see something right here. Okay, this is the button white, and I can't see nothing related to the button white here. Now let's work with our button. This is white. Well, nothing is gonna change here so much. So let's simply say white. What are we going to have is a background color. This is gonna be the color white. The color of the text is gonna be color black, and let's give some box shadow, which is gonna be 0, 1 rem, 2 rem, RGBA again. This time it's gonna be color black, and the alpha is gonna be 0.8. We need to apply the styles when we hover on it also of the box shadow. So we're gonna simply take this box shadow, copy, and as we hover, we don't want to get rid of them, and you know that we have the after. We're gonna be giving the same background color, which is gonna be color white, and saving it. Going to see how it looks right now. It's much better. Let's see this one. Okay, it also has this shadow, and as we hover it becomes kind of white, so we have to change that. The after has the color of the background white. As we hover, something needs to change here. Now we don't have the color black, is white, and let's see there how it looks like. Now it's much better. Very good. We are finishing all this stuff. What we have to do is to apply the background color that is equivalent to that card. Really, this now is gonna be much easy for you. That's why I'm not gonna be wasting much time, and I'm gonna explain you how you are going to do. But if you want to see with me, that's up to you. What you really have to do here is come after your element and see something. We're going to have many different backsides of our car, and here we don't have how to select the first one, the second one, the third one, and so on. We could select the different background, the different divs of the backside using the selector if they were all the child of the same element, but this is gonna be very difficult if we try to make with selectors, and it's gonna be really impossible. The best way to do that is this by declaring a special class for each of your car. For example, this one is gonna be car side back 1. Nice. And then you come here and simply say end 1. Now you have to give the background. So car side back 1. And the background is gonna be an image. We're gonna be using linear gradient. To right bottom is gonna be the direction. We first start with the color, which is gonna be RGBA. It's a color for our car 1, and it's the light version of the color. Next, we're gonna have a color which is also for the car 1, but it's a darker version of red. So we simply copy this color. Oh yes, we paste here and we remove this, we put dark, and the index is gonna be that 85. Here also that 85 of transparency. Let's save and see how this looks like. Okay, we have to remove the background that we have defined here, which is this Alice blue. This doesn't really matter for now. And let's check. It's still with this background. Okay, I have saved it again. Still with this, so let me manually refresh. Okay, it doesn't have. Let's make sure that we wrote the right thing, linear gradient, and the direction is to right bottom, RGBA, all it's written how it should here, and color car 1 light and color car 1 dark. These variables exist, and we can check here in our variables. So here it is for the next car, and so on. Actually, we have mistyped it here, but now it's well typed. Car side back 1. One mistype we found. So this is because of some lack of my attention, and yeah, fix it. Yes, fix it. Let's come here and find what is color blue. Let's see, our card has color blue. Good. And the back side, I want to have a color white. Let me see again. Okay, yes, I'm having serious issues with this live server. It's not really updating, and I've written all that script. Okay, much better. But here you can see something starting from is with a higher font size than this one, and I must really fix this because this is not what should be there. Let's go to the text, and here's where we are going to increase. Let's try 2.5. Check. Nice, very good. Okay, you know something, I'm really here with you writing all this code, but I'm not going to be with you just copying and pasting stuff that's repetitive. You simply have to change the value for the next car. You have to change the car description, the manufacturer, and so on. You have to change the alternative text, the source of the car, and the car logo, and the car image itself. What I'm going to simply recommend you to do is to take the file of the project itself at the end and simply copy the part of this section where you have different columns. Copy and paste, they are going to be working. Or you simply have to use the links that I'm going to be leaving here as the cards that we are going to be using. But for simplicity, please simply copy the columns and with the rows that I'm gonna be having. So let me now open the final version and do this with you right here. I have the 7 cards right here. I simply want this HTML file. I'm gonna copy and simply put it here. It's still reloading. I'm gonna simply shrink this in high demand. I have this column, very good. The next card is this one and the next one is this one. So I'm gonna copy both of them and paste right here because these are the cards. Then check. Okay, here we have everything is working. Next, you're going to create a new row. So this row contains all the cards. I'm going to copy because here you simply have to work one time and then automate all the stuff. V just to paste it. And I'm gonna copy the last row, which is this one. Let me collapse. Oh, no. Copy and V, Control S. Then I'm gonna collapse all of this. This row is inside of another row. No, that's perfect. Let me simply move it a little bit to the left side and see if I have all the cards. Okay, all the cards are here and everything is working. For the colors, let me remove right here the index part. Go to the CSS where I have my components. This is the card. Okay, it's gonna open with Visual Studio, but I could simply copy and put here to be much faster. Okay, very good. Forget about things that you haven't seen until the stage. And one, okay. I'm gonna be copying the colors until the last one because this is nothing but really simply changing the colors, or you can even write by yourself. And let me go here right after. I'm gonna say Control V, and what I'm gonna do, Control S. I have some error on line 195. Let me remove one and see if now everything is working fine. Okay, probably I didn't paste on the right place. So after this, but inside of my back, I'm gonna paste the next ones. I have the 1, the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and let me simply try to remove this one and save again. Okay, let me see right now. Very good. All the cars are here with their backgrounds defined. Okay, the Tacoma is here, Gran Turismo, and so on. We are done with this section. I hope you learned to do how to make beautiful stuff. And let's move to the next one, where we're gonna learn how to make these top models right here. And I'm gonna be explaining everything because I know that it's much better when you explain to someone what he is really doing instead of simply copying code from the internet. That's what makes this course one of the best on the internet for web design with HTML and CSS.